Hey, what's up? This is Matt Dietz, and this is Agency Launch. Do me a favor, send me a text, 208-213-8809. And also check out my course at agencylaunch.net. My course is everything that I've learned in a 16-year career. I have a 4,300 policy agency. I run it with 2 people, and I grow 15% year over year. Okay. We write 100,000 in commercial. We've written 50 life policies 4 or more times. Like, I've got my systems dialed in, and I teach it all at agencylaunch.net. So go check it out. Hey, I got a question for you. Did you know the average American spends 2.5 hours on social media every single day? That's 25% of their free time. That's crazy. You know, these are your clients and potential clients, and you have to be where they are spending time. You've heard me talk about how important it is to be active on social media, but sometimes you need a little boost. So let's talk about how you can up your social media game with Social Jazz. It's a new social media automation tool with content designed specifically for our industry. This does all the heavy lifting for you. You can plan an entire year of content through this platform. It's amazing. It does this by automatically publishing ready-made insurance-specific posts that educate, engage, and drive leads. All you have to do is pick a few topics and a few occasions from their catalog, link to your social media accounts, and you're on your way. Now, Social Jazz is offering my listeners a free 14-day trial plus 20% off the monthly subscription for your first 2 months. Sign up at socialjazz.com/deets and put your social media on autopilot. All right, so today I wanted to tell you some sales tips that I taught my 13-year-old daughter. So my daughter, she was helping my son who needed to sell some tickets for his soccer club. They're doing a raffle and they're raising money for a new field and stuff like that. And my daughter tends to be more like me and outgoing, and my son's a little more reserved. And so my daughter's like, hey, I'll go door to door and sell tickets for you. Right. So I'm excited. I think maybe I've got something on my hands, or maybe she can come in and, take this ship over when the time comes. So I went with her for a while, and it was a couple nights ago, and we went out. It was a nice night, and we just walked around her neighborhood, and she kind of had her speech ready to go, and we were walking to the first house, and we needed to sell eight tickets. These tickets are $20 a piece, and he needed to sell 8 of them. And so I'm like, all right, let me hear your pitch. Let's see what you got. And she kind of rolled through it, and I was like, all right, that's good. And yet, I've probably said this before, but I think her initial question was, are you willing to buy a ticket? I said, let me help you with that a little bit. Let's rephrase that. After you get to that part of your pitch, I want you to say, is there any reason that you can't support us today? And I love that question. And she went, ooh, that's a good one. And so she worked that in. A couple other things that I told her is, I said, you know what? This is very nerve-wracking, and it's okay. And so whenever she'd ring the doorbell, she'd kind of stand right next to me, but I let her do all the talking. I said a couple things. One, make sure you smile, like immediately. I mean, she's got a beautiful smile, but everyone should smile, when you're in a situation like this. I said, it's very disarming. And I said, remember when we were talking the other day about mirroring, we've had these conversations. Like, if you smile, you're going to get a smile back. And like, everybody is a little bit more relaxed. So if you throw a big old toothy grin at the beginning of the conversation, it's going to help. And so as soon as the door starts opening, I would kind of lean over and be like, don't forget to smile. And kind of poke her in the back, and she would giggle and smile, and it made it easier. So What else did I tell her that was important? Oh, I said, always look for something to maybe just chat about. Like if they have a dog, right? There are a lot of dogs in our neighborhood. Compliment their dog. Oh, I love your dog. What's their name? And or if they have something on the porch, just something to strike up a conversation with. My favorite one, I do this in the wild all the time, is where are you from? I've lived a lot of different places and traveled, and I can usually draw off of that and start a conversation about, oh, what was your time like there? I've been through there, or I've lived in that state, or just find something common to talk about. I like your shoes. I like your hat. I like, whatever. Another trick that's very similar to this, I insure a bunch of drive-through coffee shops, and in their training, while they're at the window, they train their people to scan their car, and they're like, oh, what book is that? How is it? Or, oh, I see you got a basketball in the back. Do you play basketball? Just look for something to start a conversation with, to kill the downtime. Really, you don't want to lead with that stuff, but these are tips that you can use. So the first person that we went to was an elderly gentleman, and she laid it all out there. She kind of jumped the gun a little bit. She started talking before the door was already open, and he was a little bit older. He had a hearing aid, so she had to kind of go through it twice. So I had to remind her to slow down, but this was the first one. It's always nerve-wracking, right? And he actually said, no, thank you. And so we're like, okay. And then we went on to the next one, and we found a really nice lady, and she nailed it. She smiled really big. She said, hi, my name is Lillian, and I am selling raffle tickets to build a new field for the soccer club in town, and we're raffling off a new car. Is there any reason that you can't support us today? Oh, the other thing that I told her to say, since this was in our neighborhood, was, we live just down the street from you, which is true. I think that this is a good play to help with, a neighborly play. You want to support your neighbors, people that are close to you. People feel more comfortable with all of these things that I'm talking about. If they're close to you, if you smile, if you can find something in common, if you can find any of these things to work it to your advantage, people just feel more comfortable, and all of that works. So long story short is we sold 8 tickets in a half an hour. She crushed it. So we had a ton of fun. There was one lady, one kind of grouchy old lady that, I could tell that it was going to go south from the beginning, because she kind of opened the door up really quick, and she was older, and she got through her pitch, and she goes, I'm doing my taxes. Come back later. And we were like, oh, okay. And as soon as she shut the door, it came to my head, and I said, oh, you know what I wish we should have said? We should have told her. I said, no, this is a write-off for your taxes. I don't think it would have worked, but it might have broken the ice. You know what I mean? So these are all relatable things that you can do when you're selling insurance to people. Okay. Smile more. Smile all day. All right. It's smile in your office. Okay. You can tell I'm smiling right now, right? You can hear it in my voice. Smile on the phone. Smile when you're doing your bomb videos. All right. Smile when you're out in public. It's totally disarming. And if you're going to go ahead and ask people for their business, you want every little advantage that you can get. Okay. So smiling is big. Find something in common. People like to know that you've got something in common. Tell them that you live in the same town as they do. Okay. People can buy insurance from faceless companies on the internet. Okay. I'm right downtown. Tell them the street you're on. Tell them the town you're in. That will make them feel more, oh, you're right in town. So I can come by and take care of my insurance from you right here in town. Yes. All of these things are valuable little sales things that you can implement into your daily pitches, and your closing ratio will increase. You will earn more opportunities to quote their business. So take all these little nuggets and plug them into your pitch and quote more people. So there you go. My name is Matt. This is Agency Launch. You can find me all over the place. I'm at agencylaunch.net is my masterclass, as you know. I do another insurance podcast called Simply Explaining Insurance. Please check that out. It's all about our product. And send me a text, 208-213-8809. Thank you so much for listening, and keep up the good work.